host at Table 7. Picture, if you will, a quiet southern town, long bypassed by progress. Decades ago, it was alive with the hum of passing cars and bustling locals, a place where neighbors waved across the street and travelers stopped for weary cups of coffee. One fateful change, the construction of a shiny new interstate, diverted the lifeblood of this little community. The cars stopped coming, people moved away. Time itself seemed to forget this corner of the world. Now what's left? Cracking storefronts, faded for sale signs, and the stubborn heartbeat of Lily's Diner, the last remaining haven for both lucky locals and unlucky travelers. Don't let the polished chrome counter or smell of sizzling bacon fool you. Believe its nostalgic charm and something cold, something ancient. At first glance, Lily's Diner seems like any other roadside spot, but regulars know better. There's a story here, stitched into the peeling wallpaper, whispered in hushed tones. It's a warning, mostly. Back in the shadowed corner of the diner sits a never sit there. To understand the story of Table 7, you need to know about Lily's Diner, what it was. Proud owner, its heart is a visitors like family, and made sure no plate of fried chicken, slice of pie, anything less than perfect. This diner wasn't just his business. This was the small talk, full cups. Interstate cutting the town off from the rest of the world. Visitors stopped short. The new life that had once flowed through the diner began to wither. Hank tried. He held out longer than anyone else in town, hoping against hope for a miracle. But the long, lonely nights and the hollow sound of an empty dining room slowly wore him down. Some say Hank died of a broken heart, slumped at his favorite spot in the corner, Table 7. Others say it was a sudden heart attack, brought on by the stress of watching his dream crumble. He may have been buried when Hank never really left. Table 7 isn't just a piece of furniture. It's Hank's table. Always was, always will be. Ask any of the locals, but don't expect them to talk too much about it. The stories they'll share, whispered with nervous glances toward the back of the room, always add up to the same thing. Hank is still there. Some say he's just sitting, smoking one of his favorite cigars. No, the kind he used to enjoy after closing time. Others say they'll catch a glimpse of him from the corner of their eye, staring off no matter how high the thermostat is turned. Beside them, and that's just how the story begins. One by one, they notice something's off. The air feels heavy, their food loses its taste, and their skin pricks with the odd sensation of being studied. Some laugh it off as their imagination when objects on the table shift. A coffee cup slides an inch. A napkin that was surely on the left is suddenly on the right. But as the seconds pass, the discomfort grows. Plates rattle even when no one around is moving. The distinct sound of a chair scraping against the floor echoes, though no one else is near. And then there's the staring. It's an unshakable sense, impossible to explain or dismiss. Eyes bore into them from angles unseen, carrying a weight of sorrow and anger, a presence that refuses to be ignored. Most visitors make their excuses and leave long before they finish their meals. But others aren't so lucky. there are stories, dark ones, of people who linger too long at table 7. They come in just like any other traveler, road-weary, hungry. Some even laugh off the strange feeling in the air, chalking it up to superstition. But stories say that those who ignore the warnings and stay seated at Hank's table often disappear altogether. Locals don't bother searching when it happens. They know better. The travelers who vanish are remembered only in quiet whispers, as proof that Hank Carter doesn't like uninvited company. No one knows for sure what happens to them. Some think they're claimed somehow, folded into Hank's sorrowful existence. Others believe the ghost merely drives them out of town with such terror that they never look back. And then there are those who fear the truth is far worse. Hank won't rest until his beloved diner is full, and maybe, just maybe, some of these travelers are now a part of it forever. There's a mystery behind the ghost at table 7, one that continues to haunt Lily's diner and the town itself. Why does Hank stay? Is it loyalty to his dream, to this place, or to something darker? Some say Hank's spirit is nothing more than an echo, a replay of his life's most pivotal moments, sitting at his table, mourning what was lost. Others suggest his haunting is fueled by anger. Anger at the town for moving on, anger at the traveling strangers who have no idea what this place meant to him. And then there's the real question, the one no one dares to answer. Is it possible that Hank isn't just sitting and watching? Is he wanting? What makes table 7 so terrifying isn't just what happens there, it's what it represents. In a way, the table is a reflection of the town itself, frozen in time, unable to move forward. Hank Carter loved his diner too much to let it go, even in death. His loyalty, his pride, and his despair are all bound to that one small corner of Lily's diner. The locals' refusal to acknowledge the ghost is telling. They know the legend, but they don't fight it. Table 7 remains untouched, a monument to one man's inability to move on. And maybe, just maybe, the diner itself remains open, not because of the food or the people passing through, but because Hank won't allow it to die. And so the legend of Table 7 lives on, whispered from booth to booth, scrawled in the pages of forgotten travel forums, and passed among those who dare to stop in the dying town. But now that you know the story, the question must be asked. Would you dare to sit at Hank's table? Perhaps you'd feel nothing, just the murmur of the diner, the warmth of conversation nearby. But maybe, just maybe, you'll catch the faint scent of cigar smoke or the cold brush of air against your skin. And if you do, leave fast, because once Hank notices you, he might not let you go. So, weary traveler, enjoy your visit to Lily's diner. But whatever you do, stay far away from the shadowed corner in the back. After all, this small-town legend may be more than just a story. Share your ghostly diner experience with us in the comments. Give us all the terrifying details you experienced. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. That's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.